My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, I feel privileged to share this reflection with you. In the first reading of today, we get to hear about a famous personality of Jewish tradition, namely Gamaliel the Pharisee. He acts to be a man who is very sensible, wise, and full of faith. He was a famous teacher of the Mosaic law. He was considered to be an intellectual figure. It was said that he was the one who taught St. Paul himself. He uses both his reason and faith. Why do I say that? Around the first century, there arose many messianic movements. This goes on to tell us that the Jews were really expecting the arrival of Messiah, but they expected a political Messiah. They could never imagine their Messiah hanging on a cross. They could not see the suffering servant that Isaiah prophesied many centuries ago in the person of Jesus Christ. They thought that the Messiah would overthrow the Romans and restore politically the kingdom of Israel. The political restoration includes violence because the Messiah has to fight against the powerful army of the Romans. But no messianic movement could withstand the mighty Romans. They were suppressed by the Roman army. Every movement that arose ceased to exist. Gamaliel, as we hear in the first reading, knows his context. He himself cites some of the people who were part of the messianic movements. He is very clear when he comments on the works of the apostles. If it is from God, no one can destroy it. That's why I said that this man is a man of faith. 20 centuries have passed by. Christianity has survived every trial that it faced. We are the witnesses to the real Messiah who died on the cross. You see, my dear brothers and sisters, even after so many warnings and lashes, the apostles continued the work of the Lord. We are called to do exactly as the apostles did. Now you may ask me what the apostles did. The apostles imitated Jesus. They went about doing good as Jesus went about doing good. Can we also go about doing good? Remember, we are good because God who created us is good. So, whenever we do good, we are participating in the goodness of God who is all good. In the gospel today, Jesus performs a sign. We find totally 7 signs in the gospel of John. Each of the signs were performed so that people would believe in him. It did happen. Some believed in him, but some did not. What about us? He has done so many signs in our lives. Has our faith in him increased? Let's think for a while. But today's gospel says that they wanted to make him a king. What kind of a king did they think about? Jesus' kingship is totally different from the worldly kingship. It's about spiritual transformation. His weapons are love, peace, joy, and justice, not swords and spears. If you want to be part of this kingdom, first of all, believe in him. Then be loving, be joyful, be peaceful, and be just. The striking point from the gospel is that the small boy gave everything that he had for his sustenance into the hands of Jesus. What was the outcome? So many were fed, and still the food was remaining. Sometimes, like that small boy, we need to surrender ourselves into the hands of God without expecting anything in return. Let him do whatever he wants. And we know that God, who is all good, cannot do anything better than good. Let this be our reflection for today. God bless you.